Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ctfc perspective, and it's Derby Day. In today's video, we're going to be doing the pre-match live reaction and post-match analysis of the Cheltenham versus Forest Green game. I promise you it'll be a lot shorter than the Manchester City game, but I'm quite excited for this one because my pre-match prediction for this game would be Cheltenham to win 2-1. I'm going to go into more details of that in my live reaction and my post reaction. This is just a quick intro, just tell you the lineup. So this is the lineups on screen. The home side, Forest Green, have gone with a 4-4-2 as it seems, with Young and Matt up top. The midfield four being Cadden, Adams, Whitehouse and Wagstaff. The back four being Cargill, Moore Taylor, Stokes and Godwin Malif, with the goalkeeper being Thomas. On the bench they have Isaac Hutchinson, Kane Wilson, Odin Bailey, Aaron Collins, Josh Davidson, Bernard and Daniel Sweeney. The away team, Cheltenham Town, the Mighty Robins, have gone with their normal formation with May and Williams up top, Freestone, Azaz, Clements, Thomas and Blair as the midfield five. The back three, as always, being Will Boyle, Tozer and Charlie Raglan in goal, who has been in really good form lately, Griffiths. Our bench is Tom Chamberlain, Sean Long, Sam Smith, Max Harris, Alex Adai, Dan Bowery and Indiana Vasilev. So two of the new signings have made it onto the bench. Sadly, George Lloyd hasn't. This is just a quick intro. Let's get into the live reaction. Come on, you Robins. So Cheltenham have just kicked off the first half. Seem to be attacking straight from the start. Fun fact, if it wasn't for COVID, this would have been the last game of football I would have been to. But COVID and football got cancelled days before this game. Come on, let's get this away win. Make it the double over Forest Green. Let's see what happens. First shot on target falls to Forest Green. They whipped it into the back post and headed it down, but straight into the goalkeeper's gloves. Run and play. Matty Blair, can he get into the box? Oh, good defending. That was probably our first chance of the game. Good passing play, but we couldn't make the most of it, sadly. Just about a 10th of the way into the game now, and Cheltenham's build-up play doesn't seem to be the best, but we're not going to complain because it does seem to be very, very windy over there, and no team's attacks or defensive passing structure seems to be clicking at the moment. But yeah, like I said, 9 minutes in, still 0-0, and no real big chances apart from that first one from Forest Green. Thomas tries to do the diagonal ball to switch the play, heads it in, Alfie May! Oh, keeper makes a good save, but I think the flag was up before he even struck it. Great passing play from Cheltenham Town, but we had to go for the long ball again. We've tried it, and Forest Green dink it down every single time, and then they can break. We do about 5 or 6 beautiful tiki-taka passes, and then we give the ball away. And it seems to be like Forest Green are trying to use the wind to their advantage and try and catch us on the break. But we're just catching them out every time. So we seem to be finding each other's weaknesses and not actually trying too hard to go for the win. We're more as if playing a game where both teams don't want to lose, which is, hopefully it changes, we get a few more goals in this game, because otherwise this is a very poor performance from both sides. About to be 10 minutes before the break. A lot more clattering challenges are going in. It's proper Derby Day tackles. Not been an injury yet. There's been one yellow card for Clement. But like I said, 36 minutes in, Forest Green's had about one chance. But all the chances Cheltenham have had, they've fallen to Alfie May. He's tried to play the through ball, but they've got about 5 men focusing on him, so he doesn't really have that much to do. But I have trust in him. He's got a goal in his last 5 games for the club. So yeah, let's see what we can do. About 9 minutes until the break. Oh, what a run from the Forest Green man. Mate, he ran about half the pitch, got past most of the team and tried to strike from range. 41 minutes on the clock, but the keeper had it covered. Cheltenham really need to get into a new gear here. The most active person on the game today has been the goddamn cameraman, the amount of times he's wiped the camera. Half time, the players have run straight into the change room. Seems like a tactic change is needed. But like I said, half time, 0-0, goalless draw at half time. Hopefully we can see some more action in the second half. The lads are back out for the second half now. Forest Green kicked off. Hopefully something happens in this half because, well, the first half was definitely a snooze fest. First big challenge of the second half was by Will Boyle, our Forest Green player. He went down like a sack of spuds. To be fair, it was quite a lethal slide challenge, but I don't think a card was given for it. They have a free kick just around a third of the way into our half. Hopefully we can deal with it. But in the words of the Cheltenham fans, if we were there, they're eating our grass. Well, Forest Green get it in, however. He whipped it in, that's a deep ball. It's bouncing around in there. Oh, I thought that was going to be a penalty then, but no. They fouled the Cheltenham player. We're going to quick free kick and we managed to get out. 55 minutes in, and I think the canteen at Forest Green must be shut today because they're really getting hungry for this grass, aren't they? Fouls left, right and centre. They're going down like flies. Well, they're getting free kicks in the middle of the pitch, but they don't seem to be doing much with them. Keeper's got the ball. 55 minutes played. Substitution of the game comes for Forest Green Rovers, where they have taken off Jake Young and they've brought on Aaron Collins. Freestone, ball back into the penalty area. We've just had the ball fling across the goal line. Why is there no one there? We seem way too defensive. We've had a pop shot. They've blocked it. They have got 10 men in the way. What is happening? Can we? Oh my God, they're trying to break on us, but we've won it back. Matty Blair, what a run down the byline. Whip it in. Keeper. Oh. And they've cleared it. That was probably our best chance of the game. That went straight in front of the goal twice. Can Forest Green clear? Seems like Matt, they're breaking. Number 11, Forest Green, great ball in. Oh, good save. First time strike straight at the goalkeeper. 59 minutes played. I've just seen Williams go for a bicycle kick. Well, let's just say, wasn't really executed. 5 minutes on the clock. Forest Green have a free kick in a very good position in the D, on the edge of the box. We got the wall up. We just got to hope for the best that he doesn't put it into the back of the net. Strikes it. Oh, big save just over the top. Big save from the goalkeeper, but they got a corner out of it, sadly. Battering challenge between the Forest Green and Cheltenham Town players Charlie Raglan and Ebu Adams. It seems like Charlie Raglan was just running to it, but Ebu Adams was just a second later. He slid in and absolutely clattered him. Both men went down, but Ebu Adams was already on a yellow card. They showed yellow cards to both parties, and Ebu Adams got his second yellow card. Is now off the pitch. 68 minutes on the clock, around 25 minutes if you include the added time at the end of the game. Forest Green down to 10 men. Come on, we've got the advantage. We've got to be some more creativity now. Please, boys. Just after that red card, we have a substitution. Andy Williams is off for the debut of Sam Smith. His first action was heading it down, but sadly nothing can get on the end of it. But nice to see a player getting his debut, and hopefully, if he scores the winner against Forest Green, it'll be absolute limbs. Smith has only been on the pitch a minute. He has an absolutely amazing run down Cheltenham's left-hand side. He puts a beautiful ball into the edge of the box. Connor Thomas is open. All he has to do is open his body, open his foot and slot it into the bottom corner. But he just put it wide. The keeper was stood. He couldn't move. He was planted into the ground. And we couldn't take our chances. This is why Cheltenham are not top of the league. 2 minutes played. Finn Azaz is coming off for another debut of Indiana Valasev. I usually do praise Finn Azaz. He usually is very creative, and at the start of the game he wasn't that bad, but as the game's gone on he just really hasn't been that creative or enthusiastic on the pitch, and it's good for a sub, and hopefully the two players who have made their debuts today can make the difference. 8 minutes left. Ever since that red card we have been more dominant, but we have to do something else. No substitution in the game. It's the 90th minute. Freestone off for Long, so it looks like Matty Blair is going to be switching over to the left hand side to play left wing back, and Long will be playing in his natural position at right wing back. 4 minutes now for Cheltenham to make the difference. It looks very bleak, but we do have the extra man on the pitch, so anything can happen. 92nd minute, we've got to push for it now. He's whipped it in. We scored. It was offside. Flags up. Damn it. Who was it? I can't tell because the camera's so blurry. He's watched about 50 times. Do you think it'd be better? We thought we just scored a winner in the second minute of added time. It's been disallowed. And that is it. One of the most exciting games of football you will ever watch. 0-0 draw. Plenty of action. Definitely a lot of shots. Yeah, quite an underwhelming performance. Considering my pre-match prediction was a 2-1. Well, that didn't happen. But if you can't win a game, at least don't lose it. I think that's the mentality that the boys went off of. Forest Green probably had a better performance, but I'll go into that into my post-match reaction. For the post-match reaction today, I'm going to keep it short and simple as it's still already been a reasonably long video. I'm just going to go over the match stats, who I believe were the key performers, who I believe had a bad game, my man of the match, and then the video is going to be over. Yeah, so like I said in my live reaction, sadly, the game ended as a 0-0 draw. I really expected more from the lads today as we've been in really good form. Alfie May's been in scoring form and the defence looked pretty decent. Well, I can't really say anything bad about the defence as we did keep a clean sheet today, but creatively and on an attacking manner, we did nothing. Players like Finn Azaz, they were kind of null and void today. They didn't do as much as they usually have over the last couple of weeks. That's why players like Azaz were subbed off. I think the substitutions that we made, the two debuts coming off the bench, I think they were probably two of our better performances. They played quite well, but obviously with limited minutes, you can't really compliment players that highly. Okay, so first things first, let's get us out of the way. It's a tradition on this channel. You'll see these stats on screen now. So, Cheltenham actually beat Forest Green 56 to 44% possession, and considering Cheltenham Town are considerably lower in the possession stands to Forest Green in the table this season, Forest Green are actually the highest team on possession this season, so it's quite an achievement to get more possession than them, especially away from home. We had 7 shots, they had 8, theirs being 4 on target to our 1. Like I said, even though we had the shots, we weren't clinical enough. That one clear-cut chance from Connor Thomas was it, with the substitution of Smith, I believe it is, putting a great ball in after making a great run down the line, putting it on a plate from the edge of the box, just open up your body, mate, slice it into the corner, but sadly he couldn't. 8 shots, 4 on target for them, including the free kick, which I don't know if the keeper got his hand to. I think it hit the crossbar, so technically, if it was just a little bit lower, it could have gone in or counted as another shot on target. They had 3 corners, we had 1. Once again, like, if you actually watch that game, it was proper 0-0 draw. Even though we got into their half and they got into our half and boxed multiple times, we were just passing it around the edge and nothing was made from it. But it was a proper derby in the sense of there was 24 fouls altogether, almost split down the middle, but Cheltenham getting 13 of those 24, with Forest Green having the other 11. Now I'm just going to go over a best and worst player for both teams. So from what I saw, I'd have to go with number 11, Cadden, being Forest Green's best player. This is because even though he didn't turn up that much, from what I remember, when he was on the ball, he actually made some decent runs of it, dribbled past a few players. I saw a few step overs, and that one body feint step over when he went past about 4 people, but sadly the shot went over. That would have been some goal, especially in a derby. And I'd probably have to say their worst player, well, quite obviously, was Adams. He got a second yellow card for that horrendous tackle on Charlie Raglan, and it was deserved. He didn't play well all game. Whenever he had the ball, we usually tackled him, but he went down so fast. You can probably tell he was a Forest Green player. And like I said, he was putting in dirty challenges left, right and centre, and he deserved it. You can't play like that in football, and he got the red card, which he deserved. There could have been a worse performance on the Forest Green team, but I didn't really pay too much notice of it because, like I said, there was no actual star performer, so everyone pretty much gave a mediocre score this game. For a best and worst player for Cheltenham, for best, I'd probably have to give it to Matty Blair, even though obviously no goals or anything came from his crosses. He's making a lot of runs down the line. He's putting in crucial challenges when we needed them, getting interceptions left, right and centre. And some of the balls he's whipping into the box, they are top quality, especially the one which went literally straight over the face of the goal and no one tapped it in. It was kind of a disgrace that no one got on the end of it, to be fair. But for the other end of the spectrum, worse, I'd probably have to give it to either Williams, just because he was kind of non-existent throughout the entire game until he got subbed off. And then also probably Freestone, because you know, he almost made a sloppy mistake which led to them scoring. And whenever he's on the pitch, he just doesn't really fill me with the most confidence. We really need Hussey to be back in that position as soon as possible. The last thing to say then before we end the video is the league table. As you can see on screen, Cheltenham is still on 4th with 41 points. But after 25 matches played, only one team can overtake them. That is Newport. So we could go down to as low as 5th, but that's still good. Forest Green stay 3rd on 42 points. Now, sadly, Carlisle have played 3 less games than us and are 1 point ahead. So it doesn't seem like we can get 2nd place anytime soon, but Cambridge is gettable. They played 1 extra game and are 4 points ahead. So let's say we use that game in hand to win. That puts us on 44 points, 1 point off the league leaders. Obviously, with Carlisle having played less games, but still gives us a chance. Obviously, Forest Green have the exact same opportunity, even better in fact, as they do have 1 point better off than us, even though they do have a goal difference that is 2 less. And that is it, guys. I've tried to make this video significantly shorter from the Manchester City game, as obviously not every video will be that long. It's just it was quite a special occasion. I understand this still is a special occasion as it was a derby day, but there wasn't that many highlights or anything special to actually include into this video. So I really hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, hitting that notification bell so you know when a video goes live, and subscribe to the channel because it would mean the world to us. If you have any questions or queries, just drop them in the comment section because, you know, whatever you have to say, we really like to have the interaction with the fans, and we do really enjoy reading your comments because it does actually mean a lot that people watch our work and actually comment it and actually interact with us. And there will be 2 videos like this on screen very shortly. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.